Hey, how's it going? Thank you again for watching. I'm loving going live here. I go live, if you're a Pilates instructor, I go live at Profitable Pilates as well. And then I post all these videos to YouTube afterwards. So if there is something you're wanting to see that you don't want to drive down the feed for, then know that you can always go to the YouTube channel and check everything out. But so excited because I had a really good question on teasers since I've been going live about teasers this week. Somebody asked like if teaser was a peak pose, which really the question is there a peak pose in Pilates? And so let's just say first the answer to the first question about teaser being the peak pose is no. In fact, if you do the full Pilates mat order that Joseph Pilates created, which will go live on next week, so stay tuned. There's so many more exercises after teaser, so it can't be the peak pose because there's more to go. So then that answers, is there a peak pose in Pilates? No, there's also not, because first of all, Pilates is a practice, and every time you do it, it gets easier, harder, more accessible. You're able to dive in deeper into things. And so everybody's going to have their own practice and their own order. I have a lot of clients that I teach via Skype and FaceTime, and their Pilates practice all looks different because they're somewhere else. They're all in different spots in their Pilates journey. So some of them are doing teaser in their mat, and some of them are also adding in teaser 4, which is like hip circles or boomerang. And some of them are not even at teaser yet. And so the peak pose doesn't exist. Excuse that noise. Dogs are running around. The peak doesn't exist. But what I do think a teaser is, and actually in your own Pilates practice, there might be a different exercise that does this for you. My friend uses the exercise seal. What I believe teaser does is actually shows you where you are in your journey of that workout that day. Find out what's tight still, what's connected more, what's loose, can you get it all together? So for me, if I can just float up to a teaser and roll through my lower back and have my seat on, whoa, that day's practice, I'm super connected. I'm going to keep going because I'm doing great. But if when I roll up on that first teaser, I skip my lower back, I know that my journey to the teaser was not as connected as it needed to be. And so I've only got a few more exercises to kind of get through. I'm going to have to change how my body tries to do the boomerang and how my body tries to do seal and what else I'm going to intend in the rest of the practice. And so if you're doing Joseph Pilates order, every exercise leads into the next one. And it means that, yes, the end of the mat is the harder exercises, but you're so warmed up theoretically and so connected and so ready to access them that it's actually not harder. It's only hard if you did try to do teaser at the beginning, which somebody sent me their order that they're doing, and they're like, oh, teasers, and I'm like, yeah, because it's your third exercise you're doing in your order, and it's supposed to be way back there, because you've really got to open things up in the front and the back and connect everything together. So you can pick whatever pose in Pilates you want. Usually it's probably one that you're just really struggling with, and use that as a measuring tool to how the rest of the mat before it was going. Did you dig in and connect more that day? Did you open up what was tight? Did you strengthen what was loose? Is this exercise that's your peak pose? Peak being, is this measuring exercise showing you that you did it, or do you have more to work on towards the end of your mat, and do you need extra things to do at the end of your session to get through that stuff? Does that make sense? So if I was in a Pilates studio and I was still yanking on my hip flexors, I'm going to go do some other stuff that's going to open up my hip flexors, strengthen my seat, and just really get me ready for my next day's practice. Because that's what Pilates is, a practice. So there can't be a peak, right? So tomorrow I'll be live again on my lunch break, talking more about teasers and stuff. Again, you can send me any questions you want right here on this page. You can ask questions in the comments, or you can DM me, or you can find all these other videos over on your YouTube channel. Just Google Lesley Logan Pilates over on YouTube. And then, you can also come on a retreat with me, and we can really dive in. join me somewhere around the world. The next one is Cambodia. So will I see you there? I hope so. Have a good day.